Hello again. I wanted to clarify one thing I noticed from the last video about ascension was that I didn't really explain what the muscle testing was for people who weren't familiar with it. And it's the kinesiology I was speaking of. So it's where someone will ask a question of the subject, and the subject's arm will be straight out, and it's a yes or no question, and your yes answer will make you strong, so your arm cannot be pushed down, and the no answer will make you weak, so that your arm will be pushed down. So that is how you can ask your subconscious questions, your body questions. And it's really fun to try with, say, foods. If you think you might have let's just take a gluten issue, you can have someone hold food behind you so you can't even see what it is, and have them test your arm and see if you're strong or weak to those foods. And it's really fun. So you can try that, and then you'll see if it works for you. And I haven't seen it not work with anybody, so it's a very cool process. You won't believe it when you try it, honest. So I also wanted to apologize for the toward the end of that video, the last one about what is ascension. I got a little snarky and I didn't realize it until I played it back to myself. And I'm going to leave it in there because it just goes to show that I'm human too, and I make mistakes and I get in my ego just like everybody else. And I was getting snarky about people who were up in their higher chakras, and the only reason I can say that is because I do that too. So you can't recognize something in someone unless you have it in yourself. So I'm going to leave that in there as a lesson for that, and I'll try to remember to make a note on that video about that, to show that yeah, we the things that annoy us the most about other people are usually things we find in ourselves that we don't want to acknowledge. So that's something that I noticed I need to become aware of. The other thing I forgot to talk about was I wanted to show you a couple more books about ascension and read a couple quotes because I found these extremely helpful. Of course, there's the Eckhart Tolle book, A New Earth, which is fantastic if you're interested. And there is, I have the A Course in Miracles book, the full version, but this is a kind of Cliff Notes version. A Course in Miracles Made Easy, because the original is mighty dense and very hard to understand sometimes. So this is much easier. It was much easier for me to understand and helped me to then go on to read the Course in Miracles, although I still haven't even gotten a quarter of the way through. I want to read a couple quotes that I have marked off in here that I think pertain to what we were talking about. One was just about how we create our own reality, and he says, talking about how, when you're going through tough times in the world, and we all tend to focus on the negative things that are happening. If you watch the news, there's no way you can avoid it, and that's all they ever talk about. And instead of putting energy toward those negative things, the things we don't want in our world, he says, practice extending thoughts that create the world you would choose rather than the one handed you by default. Uh-huh. I don't even need to explain that, I don't think. Then there's what we were talking about with, it's funny, each page I'm just starting with my first markings in here and going on, and it's bringing up points that were talked about in the video I just did. So I hope that you find these helpful. to kind of clarify what I was talking about. Now he says, you have a soul contract with your adversary to help you advance spiritually. He is your dear friend who has agreed to wear the costume of enemy to motivate you to reclaim your power. And you will never gain by blaming others for your loss. You will always gain by honoring others for their contribution. This reversal of perspective is the most helpful shift in perception you will ever achieve. I think those were the most important ones that popped out to me, that pertain to the video I was talking about. This is an excellent book. I really recommend that if you've tried to read the Course in Miracles and failed, then get this Course in Miracles Made Easy by Alan Cohen. It's really good. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover, and hope that clears a few things up for you. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.